Hi, I'm Pauline.
Hey, I'm Priscilla.
I'm Pal.
And I'm Tamiron.
And welcome to the P3T podcast.
Woo!
Because I think about to groom the cat. It's okay. New
Another
era.
bird can come in, another animal maybe, I don't know.
Yes, we were not enthusiastic in that intro, but it's okay.
I feel like we were.
No, it's me. Hi, I'm Pauline. Hey, I'm Priscilla.
Next
I'm
time.
Pal. And
Yeah,
I'm
next time.
Tamiron. You get. Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
So, guys, today we have an interesting but also very common topic. And it's something that a lot of therapists would tell you. Not even therapists, general people, especially in our era where we prioritize a lot of taking care of you, loving you, wellness, mental health, emotional health. So we'll be discussing choosing yourself. That is the topic for today. And I felt this topic was very much convicted in my spirit or in me because recently I had my therapy session, which I have every week. And
Good for you.
woo, thank you. And my therapist posed a very interesting question, which I'd like to, even for our listeners, I'd like you to ask yourself this question because it's a simple question, but it's also a complex question, you know? So my therapist mentioned a whole analogy behind it, like just because someone, you have tea and coffee. Just because someone likes tea doesn't mean coffee is bad. Just because someone likes coffee doesn't mean tea is bad. So she asked me, are you your own cup of tea? Or are you your own cup of coffee, depending on what type of person you are? Do you love yourself? Like if you were to keenly do that introspection, do you think that you love yourself?
Can I just say,
Yes, Tams.
every wellness episode on this podcast, Priscilla suggested.
That's true. That's true. Well,
And we love it.
We love
and
it.
we love it.
Oh.
Madam psychologist, you go happy.
She's
You know, I pay a theory. Me, I'm the comedian.
Priscilla is the more practical kind of.
Mwenza Priscilla atafanya hizo as a career. Mimi siendi kwenye as a career.
So unafanya kudu.
Tutaongea nyuma ya tent.
Got you.
Well, Tams, do you love yourself?
Yes. Definitely. I think what you've said, like if I was to be in a room with me, like there's me and then there's so happens to be another me. I think Karen put it the best way. If like there was to be a male version of me, men I'd probably fall in love. What? So yeah, definitely, yeah.
Pearlsy?
Using Tamiron's example of would I marry Ami? Hey, misingejoa. Hey, Mimi. I can be a lot to handle sometimes. So I think I do love myself. I think maybe the question is, do I have self-esteem? Sometimes no. But loving myself, I think I'm a pretty good person. I have good intentions. Like if I hurt people, I'm quick to apologize. If I think I've done something wrong. You know, sometimes would you apologize to you? I'm quick to apologize to you. So I think I'd love myself. I think I do love myself. I think loving yourself sometimes also entails figuring out parts of you that you need to work on. So I think I do. Overall, I do love myself.
Pulse. I agree. I think I agree with everyone, but I think I've gone through seasons where I felt like loving myself is a difficult thing to do because in my mind, loving yourself entails all of these super materialistic things, you know. So it entails taking yourself out on a date to the fanciest restaurant, you know, and it's you soloed it. And these things are good. I'm not saying they're not good, but for me, I don't think that's how I
that's not how my self-love looks like, you know. And I've even come to the point where I feel like the only time there's a distinct difference in the way I treat people when I love myself and when I don't love myself. So even when I do things for people, most of the time it's stemming from me loving myself, as opposed to when I'm mean, when I'm rude, when I don't want to listen, when I'm getting into arguments with people. Usually at at that time I'm probably struggling with self-esteem issues, you know. So that's kind of my gauge in life that I used to tell.
Pap?
Can I say that thing about like you treating others based on how you love yourself? It speaks to the Bible verse that says, "Love others as yourself." Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Hire me now, charges.
There's something you mentioned, Pauline, about where am I forgetting?
How she shows love when
Yeah,
she loves herself.
not even how she shows, like it's like your self-love language.
Oh yeah, me, my love language I know for a fact is acts of service. It's such a major one.
Yeah.
What did you say? Self-love language?
Yeah, self-love language.
What does that mean?
Like your love language for self.
Oh.
Usually
Okay,
it's
then I
love-
retract my statement.
No.
What do you mean?
Like love language for self, like for instance.
Are they the typical love languages?
No, they're not the tip. Oh, like
Okay,
it's
I
not.
don't know.
I've
Give us
made
an
it up.
example through.
Eh,
Yeah.
Oh, you've
Yeah,
made it up. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like
she's
love language
She's
for
a
self.
philosophy now. Philosophician. Number one, philosopher.
Please.
That was bad. I caught myself, guys. I caught myself.
Like how you love yourself, because a lot of people, especially on social media, they portray this loving yourself as doing materialistic things for yourself, like taking yourself out, treating yourself like on a what is it called? Okay, it's not
Solo
yeah,
date.
solo date. And I'm not saying these things are bad, but if you're okay, there was a point in time, let me be honest, I reached a point where for me to show myself love, I had to like do things for myself. So like buying myself stuff, taking myself out, like yeah. But then in real sense, yeah, you do feel good. Usually like that's what I do. Like when I'm stressed or when I want to like unwind, I tend to go to the salon. It's like my salon is my home place.
You and me, different people. You can't catch me in the salon willingly. You can't.
So I usually go do my nails, waxing, hair, like just have time like to just self-spoil me and feel good. Because usually I tell my mom, when I make my hair, I feel so good. Like I feel like a princess. But then deep down, I think loving yourself, or rather choosing yourself, is not what you do, but like, okay, it's what you do, but at the same time, it's how you act around others too, like what you said.
Okay, I can understand.
Yeah, like how you carry yourself or your embodiment of self is how you constantly show that you choose yourself and in turn portray how you love yourself. Yeah. Anyway, that brings me to the second question.
You said something interesting though. That thing on self-love language. I think my self-love language is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Because tell me why the past week I woke up and the first thing I'd think of, hey Tamiron, you're so hot. Unprovoked. I'm just going through my hey Tamiron, you're so I had to control those thoughts because hey man, I get it, but relax.
You need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll continue.
Like I think it's
I
also
think we should all answer that.
yeah.
Your self-love
Your self-love
language.
language.
I don't have an answer. Give me a second to think about it. Let's talk about something else and then I'll
What are
we'll come
the
back.
5 love languages?
Acts
Acts of service,
words
gifts,
of affirmation, gifting,
physical
physical
touch.
touch, and quality
Quality
time.
I think mine would be quality time. It's not that I like to spend time by myself all the time, but you know, like when I'm editing my self-love is editing the snippets, making posters, because then I get. I was talking to you guys about it yesterday. I was asking also for the listeners. I was asking these guys if they've ever listened to like music on their laptop versus music on like your phone, and music on a laptop. Inakonga surround sound and I love listening to music, so just spending time doing mindless activity, doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's mindless activity, and just listening to music for me is top tier, 10 out of 10 self-love activity.
I think mine is acts of service, and I think it's so apparent in my life that you know how you people can tell, or rather people usually say the state of your room is the state of your mental health. Me, that's so apparent. If you walk into my room and my bed is not made, I'm having a bad day. Know that. Know I'm having a bad day. And it stems to like different things, yeah? So even like when I'm having a like really good day and like my mental health is doing great, I'll cook dinner. And you guys, that dinner, you'll eat and you'll lick your fingers. Like I will put 110%. But if I'm having a bad day, I won't even cut the onions. I'll just like chop them into like really large chunks. And that's how you're going to eat. So I think for me, it's acts of service and also the quality of the work that I do usually directly translates to the state of my mental health and the state of my self-esteem.
I think then for me it's probably gifting. Gifting myself. Which is the total opposite for actually my real love languages, like how I want to receive love. But because gifting is my last one. Yeah.
What?
Oh wow, that's so
Two,
interesting.
man.
It's so for self-love, it's probably gifting and also words of affirmation. Because in the morning I tend to put on my earphones while I'm preparing for class and listen to I'm unstoppable, I'm a Porsche with no brakes, It's kind of inspirational songs, to just get me jump started for the day. And yeah, I think also talking to yourself is a really good encouragement. I know people will think you're mad, but at least with my roommate we have a contract. I tell her, if you see me talking to myself, don't mind. You can listen in, but I'm not crazy. Yeah. So
My sister actively thinks I'm crazy. Because I'm
constantly.
No, I sound crazy. But like for real, like in the kitchen I'm doing dishes, I'm talking to myself. And loudly. I'm not whispering. I'm like, hey, Tamara, remember the other day? Wow, that was crazy. Like I'm literally having conversations with my mind and my mouth. Like
Okay, I don't have conversations with myself, but like when I'm driving and like a thought comes, like if somebody does something sketchy on the road, I would think Mazi will say, oh, what before Nini? I'll say chocolate. I'll be like, so before Nini. I'm the person in the car.
God.
Yeah, so I'm not thinking for myself first.
So somebody I know was stopped on the road by a stranger and was asked, Nini mbaya? Kwa nini unajiongelesha? Because they go into full-on conversations with themselves and it doesn't matter where they are, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They'll be walking on the road and they'll have a full conversation with them. So he was once stopped by a complete stranger and was just asked, Nini mbaya? Kwa nini unajiongelesha? Usijiongelesha.
There's a study I saw that say people who actually talk to themselves have a higher mental health. Yeah, they're more healthier.
I don't think so. Let me tell you, because me, the reason why I talk to myself is because I was used to always being with Karen. So now, even like when we started driving, we always drove together until now. Circumstance led us to start driving separately. So that's why for me, I'll talk to myself in the car because I'm used to talking so much. So even like commentary about the road, like if I'm going too fast, I'm like, oh, mbona tunaenda sana hivyo? It's out loud because for me it's conditioning. I don't think it's good mental health. I don't know if I'm mentally stable.
I think it's your way for coping.
The one I have that is probably more weird than just talking to yourself is having imaginary conversations. I have imaginary conversations. No, it's to the point where I'm having arguments.
That's what I'm saying. My mind and my mouth are not the same. Like
two people.
Like two people.
Okay. Yeah, because I also
and we're having a conversation.
I also do the same
the
thing.
two of us, my mouth and my mind.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Sometimes I go to war with myself.
Yeah.
And then the worst part is if it's a conversation you're preparing for, like it's a conversation you know you're going to have, and then the opposite party doesn't play their role the way you thought they would.
Do you know how many times
the
I have
worst.
these podcast conversations with myself? And then the way it pans out here, I'm like, that's not how
That's
it was
not how
supposed
it's
to
happened.
happen.
No,
That was
you're
not how
off
it
the
was supposed to
script,
happen.
man. You're off the script.
So this happens to all of you.
It happens
It
to
happens
me.
to me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. That happened to me. When I just like offhand comments, like I don't know, one time I was in the house and I did something and then I was like, eh? You know, I was like, no, we're not doing that. Or sometimes I talk to like, I don't like cats rubbing up against me. So I'm like, no, go away. Actually, but I don't have conversations with myself. Let us know on our Instagram. You talk to yourself. Like,
Let us
you have
know.
full on conversations with yourself. Because me, I don't have full on conversations with myself.
Me, I know mine stems from just enjoying conversation. I love having conversation with people. And sometimes people aren't there to have conversation with because people have gone to work, people have gone to school, you're home alone, you've gone to work, you've gone to school, you're in transit. So I just don't like sitting in silence. So I know me, that's where mine stems from. I've done it from when I was like 13 or like when I started high school.
Okay, me, I think then it's just because I've always been with someone. So I've always had someone to talk to.
Ah.
Then if I don't have someone to talk to, and I'll just like think about stuff in my head. But it's not like I'm arguing with myself. Like maybe I'll be like, I'll have a controversial thought, and I'll think. It's just for me. It's just thinking.
Yeah.
And that's interesting to learn. I've never been in a setting like this before. Let us
Look, you
know.
feel like romantic.
We're about to get Tuko sawa, guys. Tuko sawa.
Yeah. Moving on to the second question. Since
Second
now,
question.
yeah, that's three.
No, you said
Oh,
two.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we have 10 minutes.
Oh, I thought you had like 6 questions.
Oh.
So basically, since you're talking about choosing yourself and all, when have you walked away from something that was not serving you, or something that you decided, hey, Hapa, I'm choosing myself?
Me.
Pause.
Oh my God. To all the people in the world who love technology, power to you. Power to you. The other year, power to you, Tameron. Last year, it was early this year, I tried to do a short course on like data analytics.
Oh, this girl even told me to send her resources. See me, I faithfully send.
You guys, even was sharing the laptop in of itself was such a struggle. And it got to the, because it's one of those things where everyone around you is doing them and everyone around you is telling you how important they are because of the course I'm doing. Everyone is just like, this is so important, you need to know. If you graduate and you don't have these packages and you don't have these skills, you're not going to get a job. So I was like, hey, let me just try. My goodness. Oh my God. Every day, I just wanted to cry. But it got to the point where I was like, I'm hurting myself. Yeah, so, like, sorry, I have not finished that short course. And the people who I was doing that short course with, I know I've not told you I've not finished. I know you think I finished, but you haven't asked. But if you ask, the answer is I've not finished. And I'm not finishing. I've started it. I've reached like, I think I reached like a quarter. I can't do it. I hate it. Coding, numbers. Okay, no, I don't mind numbers. But coding, I hate it. And I think part of the reason is because I don't understand it. I don't understand why this thing is doing the thing that you're telling it to do. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. And for me, unless I understand what's going on behind the scenes, I'm never going to do surface work. You know? So I think for me, that's the big struggle. I've tried. I've closed that chapter. I've just said it's not for me. And it's fine. Nitabaki tu mimi na my accounting tutaendelea. Because at least that one I enjoy.
I think a time I chose myself or just my mental health is last year, April. After April. And so I chose myself. Church was tough. It was tough. And my sister and I and a bunch of people decided to take a break. So we went on a tour, we went to different churches, I made a bunch of friends, we were forming an alliance. And no, I'm joking about the alliance part. But Yeah, so I met just like a bunch of friends and met a bunch of people and just took a break from ministry because ministry was really kicking my behind. It was really not doing well for me, not doing well for my mental health. Yeah, because it got so bad, and I think I'd advise this to anyone who's having a hard time in ministry: go take a break. Just go take a break, because breaks give you a lot of clarity, and God works through the breaks, because through the break, like, a shift happened, and we were able to get a lot of things sorted out. We were able to get a new person to come help us with our challenges, and now, like, we hosted a whole dinner in the youth ministry, and we are doing big things. We're having youth month for the first time ever, I think. If not ever, then maybe it's the second time. This is the second time ever that it's happened since like 6 years ago. So I took a break to work on, not to work on my mental health. I took a break because we were like, we are done. We are done. And we threw in the towel. We were like, you people mtajipanga as are done. But it was good. Putting myself first was good, because then when now we came back, I didn't transfer all the toxicity I had from that bad time to the now up and coming times of my ministry. Yeah, so that's when I put myself first. But before that, man, we were in the ghetto. We were really in the ghetto. Yeah. Now we are slowly working out of the ghetto. Let me say that.
Shout out to our pastor.
Yeah.
Yes, Temix.
I think I can think of two situations. The first one was, guys, don't judge me, man. We have a past. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's okay.
That's your testimony.
Yeah, period. I think for me, the first time I actually chose myself was when it came to alcohol. I'd find myself like, it's Friday, watu wanaenda out. Sasa mi nikose kwenda out. Sasa mi sijui story Monday, nothing like that. So now me I used to go, and like, let me tell you, there are periods of times when I would literally force myself to ingest that alcohol. And I really, like, it's hurting the all in me, and I really don't want to, but I guess this is what we are doing, so I'll just do it. Until it got to one time, it was still Friday, and I ingested that alcohol, and I was like, what is wrong with me? No, what kind of slavery is this? Why am I taking myself through this? I don't like it. Even the getting, not that, actually I don't think I ever got drunk. Maybe I got tipsy, but I don't like it either way. I like being in control.
Yeah.
Alcohol takes that away from me. Alcohol is burning me inside. It tastes as I take it in. It's not good. Why am I taking myself through this? So I literally just stopped. I stopped going out with my friends. I used to be like, hey, Tamiron, kujangi siku hizi. I'm like, hey, unajua niko busy. Truly, I'm actually busy. Because now, after that, I got myself involved with clubs that would meet on Fridays. On Fridays, in our school, lessons end at 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Prioritize.
When does your lesson end? 7? Is it 7 p.m.?
Imagine, for 2 semesters.
Sorry.
2 out of 4 semesters in the 7
Sorry, that is not.
That's not nice.
That's crazy.
You want
Sorry.
me to one up you? On Friday, our lessons end at 10.
Oh, AM. Oh. Like as an institution.
No, as a course.
Yeah,
No,
but
at
not
first
as
it's
an
an
institution.
institution.
Oh, okay.
So
I
from
retract my
that
statement.
period of time is usually like that. Now in the afternoon, it's meant for clubs and sports,
Wow.
especially sports. You
That's
know
so
how
organized.
Strathmore
Man.
takes their sports quite seriously.
Do they? I didn't know that.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm
Oh,
genuinely
genuinely. Oh,
taken
yeah.
aback.
No, yeah. The
Even us.
rugby.
I don't know much about sports though, so I'm not going to pretend.
Anyway, they top the leagues. That makes sense. Yeah. When it comes to even national rugby, I think, man, I might be here.
They do well.
They do really well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
So yeah, now I threw myself into clubs. So now I don't have time to go out with you. Because let me tell you guys, I'm also very much susceptible to peer pressure. Not gonna lie. So now the fact that my time was being taken up by clubs actively removed me from going to these places that would make me ingest alcohol. Another thing is with friends or with people I'm interacting with. You guys, if I feel one bad vibe from you, I'm out. I'm out, man.
Bad vibes.
Goodbye. I'm not doing this.
Go away, go away. Do you guys know that song?
Go away, go away, go away, go away.
Comment if you know.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes, bad vibes, bad vibes. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Like, I feel one bad vibe. Yani, you make an offhanded comment, I'm done. Me, I'm not, like, I'm not going to waste my energy justifying what you did.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it hurt me. And that's it. And now me, I'm done with you. Goodbye. Yeah.
I think one event that comes to mind where I chose myself, it was quite recent actually.
And we stan her for choosing herself.
Yeah, nimekumbuka.
Well, okay. Basically I was in like a short-term relationship.
Very short. We thank the Lord it took less than a month.
Hallelujah.
And it was a very interesting relationship because I was very much so being disrespected.
And emotionally manipulated.
Yeah.
Wacha ongea.
Yeah, I was not being appreciated, not valued, and I was giving so much of my goodness to someone who was not deserving. Anywho, yes, I'm not going to talk like much about it, but I think it reached a point where
You were seeing the clown in you.
I was seeing the clown in me, and at the same time, like I just didn't want to end up being someone who doesn't appreciate who she is, or someone who doesn't value who she is.
Exactly. You saw the clown in you.
Yeah, and
It's a clown in me. Sorry.
like I think again I was hoping, again I'm this type of person who likes seeing the good in people and hoping and believing that they can become better, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but then I think this journey or that experience made me learn how to put boundaries. Yeah, because I think I was struggling with that. Yes, but
Sorry, I'm just supporting you.
yeah, I needed to like learn how to firmly separate myself from people that have maybe shown that they are wolves in sheep's clothing, and then they act like they're going to be better or they want to change, and then they say sorry, and then I put them back in the same position they were in my life, which can't do anymore. So yeah, I guess that's when I chose myself, and I'm happily single. So
Oh,
well,
welcome back.
Let it be known
yeah,
that you said it right here.
yeah, you can slide into my DMs. Well, yeah. Moving on to the third question. Where do we draw the line between selfishness and loving you? Gosh, I have no idea.
I thought you had a hot take.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Can't you trying to laugh it off like you can't remember?
I can't remember.
There's something to do with you loving you and being selfish.
I think it's people in our society. When I say our society, I just mean modern society. People kind of interchange the two. Yeah. So people will blatantly hurt somebody else and call it self-love, and for me, I feel like there's a big difference between choosing to separate yourself from someone in the name of taking care of your mental health and blatantly disrespecting somebody and I don't think you can call that self-love. You're just a bad person. Simple. You're there's no ati, oh, you know, I gotta choose me first. I gotta pick me first. I gotta pick me first. You know, like
I knew that was going to be said.
there's like a great difference between the two situations, and I think as a society we can't tell the difference, and so people do things and you're blatantly hurting that other person. You're blatantly making them feel like they're worthless, their time was not important, and all of this, and you're blatantly doing that and you're calling it self-love. And I think a lot of it stems from the whole main character energy. So everybody feels like everybody else in the world is just a pawn in their game, you know? And so by extension, people do such horrible, actually the stories I read on social media in the name of self-love, I just want to cry for these people, because I'm like, how do you do that to somebody you claimed to have loved? You know, like how do you do that? It's mean. It's very mean. So yeah, that was my hot take. I feel like as a society we don't know how to differentiate the two, and we use the terms very interchangeably and they shouldn't.
Makes sense. What was it?
I just want to build off of what Pauline said about it's a way you can separate yourself from someone without being mean. And I totally agree with that. There was a time in my life when I was friends with this group of people who were they're not bad people. Actually, they're such nice people. But like we just our values, like it's like day and night. And for me, if our values are day and night and we can't meet someone in the middle, then I can't like be with you every day all the time, like BFFs, you know. But I can like the other day I saw them and I was like, wow, I should really hang out with you guys sometime, you know. I just can't be in their presence 24/7 because I feel like I'm not being fed. You get? Yeah. So it's for me it's just a matter of, you know, getting like many people to speak into your life. So yeah, that was the difference. And I recognize that they are not necessarily people that I need to be with all the time. And the way I decided to separate myself from them was to just slowly distance myself from them, you know. And luckily it was a big-ish group of people. So it was not, you know, my presence would not go completely my lack of presence would not go completely noticed. It would be like, oh, by the way, this person is not with us anymore that much. So I knew it would need to create like a problem. But I just slowly distanced myself from them. Slowly. I've shared a couple of classes with them as well. So like I say hi to them all the time and I pass them, like I have a small conversation with them. So it's not that I recognize that I can't be with them all the time just for my sake, but also I didn't go and
You're
hurt
not
their
actively
feelings.
being mean about it.
I didn't go and hurt their feelings because I recognize that they're such fantastic. They're such a good group of people. It's just we are just not aligning,
And that's okay.
That's okay, yeah. And you don't need to hurt somebody for you to put up boundaries, you know. Like, I'm still friends, like, they're still cool with me, I'm still cool with them. If we're put to do some work together, I'll willingly do it to them because I know they're competent people, you know. But now that thing of, imagine if I decided I'm not going to hang out with these people. You guys, I don't like you. Your values don't align to mine. Sasa hapo tungesaidiana aje? You know, there's a way you can prioritize yourself and still be a good person.
And you don't have to paint the other party as a horrible person.
Yeah, because
you don't have to.
Because other party, they were not horrible people. It's not something that they did. You know, it's who they are and it's who I am. So I feel like there's so many instances in life where we can prioritize ourselves, and we don't always have to prioritize ourselves. Jesus did prioritize himself, but that's a story for another day. So there's a way we can put ourselves first in certain instances without hurting the other person. You know, we can serve them as we serve ourselves. I feel like that needs to be the conversation we're having. Yeah. Sorry, that was so long.
Tamix?
Before Tamara goes, I just have a thought. I think Jesus actually prioritized himself more than we think. But not prioritize himself selfishly.
Yeah.
But just more prioritizing himself, like before he went to like face death and crucifixion, he retreated.
It took time
And he
away.
went and took them away for good reason. People might be like, those are the final moments of the disciples. Kwa nini hakukuwa na hangout na watu? Or where was he performing more miracles at that time? He was about to go, he was about to leave. Nini mbaya na yeye? But even he knew he had to go take
Do a
stock
lot.
and prepare for what's next. Retreating and going away and taking time for ourselves doesn't mean that we're doing it selfishly. Sometimes for somebody can come to you with their problems, your emotional bandwidth is zero.
Zero. That's
Because
true.
somewhere else it's being taken up. And so you're just like, listen, Mimi says kusikiza. Give me time, I'll come back and we'll figure this out. And when I come back, we can actually figure it out. But if I'm trying to figure it out with you, then sitakusaidia, I'll fight you.
We'll just cry together.
Yeah. No, not like cry together is fine. But I'll fight you. We'll fight each other because you'll be like, you're not even. But having that understanding of like, you need to know when you need to retreat.
Yeah.
That's very important.
And how to retreat.
And how to retreat is also very important.
Like, at the same time, we should give grace to people who are retreating.
True, very
So,
true.
something you could actively do is before you dump your burdens to a friend, ask them, yo, hey, by the way, I'm going to tell you something crazy. Can I tell you? Are you okay? Can I do it now? Are you mentally prepared for this? Because it's mind blowing. Are you in the mental space? Yeah, to listen to what I have to say.
That's,
And then,
I think that's ideal. But even if that doesn't happen, because sometimes you can be down bad, and you don't have time to ask someone, are you okay? You know. So even then, if you're the friend who's receiving the message or the information, you know, if you feel like you're not doing okay, you can give it some time, and then you go and respond to it, or you can just tell your friend, but they mi niko pabaya pia. So just as Kenneth said, mi niko pabaya pia, give me a bit of time, I will return. Now, the way your friend reacts will say a lot about them.
that friend.
Yeah. But like,
Are they
if you come
understanding?
okay,
Yeah.
I get you.
if you come to me and tell me I have a problem, and then I
then
tell
I-
you give me a bit, then you tell me you're such a bad friend. What do you mean you don't have time for
listening to me?
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
narcissistic.
You only care about yourself.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a matter of being wise with your situation. Yeah.
This is definitely one of those case by case things.
Yeah.
There's no blanket answer.
But I think with the blunt essential you can say is in all things move with grace and move with kindness. Yeah. For either party.
Yeah, I think I agree with all of your statements. I guess it comes down to proper, respectful communication. Where, like, with your friends, you can tell them, hey, right now, it's not the best time for me. Or also just saying no, like, not today. Maybe, like, let me first charge and get my emotional battery charging on, you know. Also, yeah, sometimes, again, with Pauline, what she said about the difference between being a genuinely bad person and just standing your ground, you know. Like, you don't need to hurt someone's feelings and call it, oh yeah, I'm choosing myself.
No.
Like, yeah,
You're mean.
you're being mean. Yeah,
Mr. Grinch. You can do that song.
You are a mean one.
Mr. Grinch. Yeah. So,
Okay, sorry.
It's
But
okay.
talking about Mr. Grinch, have you seen these videos of, I think it was during the Christmas period. There are these TikToks where, like, a member of the family would dress up as a Grinch and then walk into the living room, steal the tree, take the presents, and the kids are screaming.
That must be so traumatizing as a child.
There's this video I saw, a kid was very clearly traumatized, but it was so funny.
I can smell the comments on that video.
I remember seeing that on TikTok. Like, I remember one of the comments was, why can I get the costume? Because I wanted to do that. Anywho, I guess that's from us. That's it for us. It's a wrap. I don't know why I love that statement. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Anywho, I've replaced either way with anywho.
Yeah.
We've
Nice.
Noticed.
I
Yeah.
haven't noticed.
Oh.
I still hear the either way a lot.
So, yeah. Anywho.
Anywho, so compare yote.
Yeah.
Shout out our bloopers episode.
Yeah. Basically, it's a wrap. And does any of you have anything? No? Okay, you can follow us on our Instagram at P3T Podcast and email us on P3T podcastke@gmail.com. Definitely slide into our DMs if you want to leave comments.
Specifically Priscilla's.
DM ukisoma, can I talk to fire?
_.phyre. Well, yes.
Smells fire.
Yeah.
If you know how I've been reading all
Fire.
this.
Same.
The way you say physics, PH,
Yeah, that's fine.
PHY.
Yeah, fee. So fire.
Phi, physics.
You say physics.
You say physics.
No, exactly. So fire.
Fire. Okay. Yeah, but fire.
Sawa.
Yeah.
She said it's fire.
Yeah, we'll say fire. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it's like there's a certain way you spell sapphire. It used to be my
Oh.
Yeah, it's my ex girl.
What's her name?
yeah.
Oh,
I used to call myself
why sapphire?
Because I liked the name. Sapphire. Well, yeah. Anywho, yeah.
Thanks for watching.
for
Listening.
and tune into the next episode. Bye.
Bye. At Coca-Cola. Woo.